Good afternoon, listeners. This is another episode of the Karen's podcast. And if you like our little podcast, we would love if you would share it with at least one person that you think might enjoy it. You can hear us every week on Monday. We drop a new episode for free on Apple, Spotify, Castbox, and YouTube. And this week we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, right, ladies?
Thanksgiving, Turkler Day.
We've already had a little pre-talk. I stopped Megan when I realized she was talking about our topic. So we were no, that's okay. But I'm going to ask you to talk about a little like kind of recap. It was Kurt's favorite, her husband's favorite
holiday.
So it's a rough one for you a little bit.
It is challenging because it's just very different. It was just always some of the reasons it was his favorite, of course, because it was oriented around food and he loved all that food and the cooking and stuff. He really liked it because he said, like, at Christmas, it's much more of an expectation that you spend time with your family. So for Thanksgiving, a lot of his was like Friendsgivings growing up, as were mine. Being in the restaurant industry for so long, a lot of times you couldn't go home on Thanksgiving. So we just kind of turned it into an orphans restaurant, friends who didn't have anywhere to go, whatever kind of situation, couldn't fly home thing for, 15 years in the city.
And you don't have the pressure of presents like at Christmas.
Exactly. He loved that part too.
He's
like, it's all just like fun and joy. And there's no like, it's just, he did mention that. It's just not that commercial, super commercialism. So we just had a lot of good Thanksgivings. And so it's hard not to have, we had I was telling Carolyn, we had a Thanksgiving in July one time because they were having a sale on turkeys. And so that he's like, why not? Let's just do it. And we did, and it was super fun. So they just, they kind of look different than when I was working after he passed, as an owner. It was a different responsibility, basically, doing things leading up to, which was very stressful. It's nice not to be stressed about that this year. I get to do the run to feed the hungry with my family, and they do that every year, which I've never got to participate in, which is here in Sacramento. So that's cool. And then, just get to go and enjoy the holiday. But it's always going to be someone's missing, and it's just kind of a funky time, but it is what it is, memories.
Memories. Yeah.
We had some good ones.
Is it anybody else's favorite holiday if you guys were to pick one?
Susan loves it.
I fucking hate it.
Do you really?
Oh, I hate Thanksgiving. I think it's disgusting.
Oh, disgusting.
That's why I had to say that.
Oh, you were being facetious. I didn't have known you for
God,
I have no idea.
I'm the Chandler Bing of this group.
She hates Chris. No, she hates
I do like a Friendsgiving, like getting like when we used to go to Megan and Kurt's and do like the pre, or even like I think maybe it was after Thanksgiving. There was a couple times there's the hate, there's one out in the Ocean Beach, and those are fun.
Yeah.
I don't like turkey. I don't like stuffing. I don't like the whole meal.
Yeah,
I don't like pumpkin
Thanksgiving
pie.
food.
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Yeah, none of us knew that. How do you not like?
Thank you. Which then I could see why Thanksgiving is kind of like not that great for you if you don't like any of that stuff.
I just also feel like it's everyone's sitting around just feeding gobs amount of food into their body all day long.
Yeah.
I will say though, last Thanksgiving was probably the top one or two.
What was different about
I was at Carolyn's sister's house with her family, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. My my Thanksgiving at my sister's is definitely fun. It's definitely chaos.
Yeah.
Like I was telling John the other day, I'm torn. Once I'm there and in it, I'm enjoying it. But like the lead up, and there's like some, like, it's just such
So
chaos.
much. You're like,
Yeah.
I could not
So
do that.
much.
Yeah.
It's so many people. It's so many things. It's so much of everything that I feel like I have to jump in with both feet. And by that, I typically mean get intoxicated in a variety of ways
Yeah.
to like just be like, anything
We're
goes. Let's
we're
fucking
doing it.
go. You know,
Is this to match your brother's energy?
like Darren doesn't he doesn't get stressed. Like there's no overwhelming him.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so
You find it overwhelming.
I find it overwhelming until
Gotcha.
I can get intoxicated enough to where I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
Also, let's stipulate why it's overwhelming. She comes with her trailer attached to her truck to park out in front of her sister's house with the dogs.
Well,
So
because no
that
one can
would,
drive home.
well, that's why I would find it very stressful too, because you have to get everything there for temporary housing, because there's a lot of people at her house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
either that or get a hotel,
Yeah.
which, and then on a holiday. So here's part of the dilemma. Because it's Thanksgiving, I can't ask my 18-year-old dog sitter to come stay at my house. Like I have to be
The gun.
responsible for
Yeah.
my dogs,
Yeah.
so they have to come. So yeah, it is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like once I'm there and once I'm in it, I have a great time. Like it is a lot of fun and good people and good vibes and good energy, but it is also in the same breath, it's just really intense.
Yeah. Sounds like a very typical Thanksgiving from what I hear, from
Yeah.
people, unless you're, arguing about crazy things or your family really does not get along.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like, regardless of how much I love my family, it's loud. It's like the kitchen's a mess. Like, I told you to bring
Chaos.
that. Yeah, I told you to make that already. I got the turkey in the oven. I need to put the cheese in. I got it, and it's just like, how prepped were we? This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. And all of it for like a 20-minute meal, which
Seriously.
Yeah.
I sometimes I'm like, this is insane. Like when I clock it, I'm like, this is a lot of work. Unless you are going to do I'm going to eat all day and graze and
Right.
like, make a big day of it. It is a lot of work for
Yeah.
a short period of time. I mean, I love it. But I feel like as I've gotten older now and we're not doing these huge 50-person
Yeah.
friends givings, I'm like, let's just dial it down a little bit.
Yeah. I don't need 6 hours of prep work for 20
No,
minutes of eating.
no. I
But
mean,
I mean, that's kind of but the other nice part is when you have a big shindig like that, usually most people contribute and participate,
yeah,
so you're not doing everything,
yes,
but yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm
yeah,
spoiled. My family is great cooks. I happen to enjoy, it's not that I love turkey, but it is very nostalgic and
yes,
I want turkey and mashed potatoes and
yep.
stuffing and the traditional
Hmm.
foods. So yeah, I enjoy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in general. Yeah.
What about you, Amanda? Because I just don't see it, kind of. I feel like I could see you not enjoying all that fuss and work
And
for like a 20 and clean up and all that for like, yeah,
Yeah.
20-minute dinner. And
No.
seeing you not necessarily like all that food.
I mean, I like food, but I
Well, I
like
know
that
you like
food,
food.
but
I mean,
She likes
that food.
pie.
Yeah, exactly. But I could see
all
you being
kinds of
like
pie.
Susan. You're not into like all that
No, it's a lot
traditional
of
stuff.
no, it's we don't do a lot of traditional stuff, but I used to like it a lot because it was like a day off and then you had the next day's a little slower and it was, slowed down. That's why I liked it. And then we didn't have to go anywhere because we don't have kids and Julie usually couldn't get away and I couldn't get away for the day, so it was an excuse. Like we didn't have presents. That's huge.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, like 10 years ago, I just started buying like pre-made stuff, like
Hmm.
Hmm.
literally like there's a great place here in Sonoma County that do like great mashed potatoes and So I get my sides at one place, and then I get like a pre-made turkey at like Whole Foods. This year
Yes.
we're going to my aunt and uncle's, which will be new. We haven't
Oh, you
done that.
are
Yeah, my
okay.
sister is going to be here too. So Sam and her
That's
boyfriend
great.
Simon.
Oh,
So
that'd
we're
be
going to go there for
fun.
the day. We're bringing the dogs. So they're going to cook, which I'm sure it's going to be very chaotic with all their dogs and stuff, but it will be good to see them. And I'm just going to take deep breaths and enjoy the food
Hey,
and
Xanax.
yeah, and I'm sure it will be great, but yeah, it's going to be a lot for me because it's a lot of energy and I'm not good at that anymore because I haven't been around it for so
Yeah.
long.
Well,
Yeah.
and you're sober.
Yeah,
That doesn't help.
that's true. And I'm not
Yeah.
drinking. So that will be,
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't been much either, but I will say my nephew and my sister stopped by today, and I have the shambong still out
Oh,
from what we didn't get to use in Bear Valley, and I was like, "You ever seen one of these? Should I bring it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What about the shot ski? Should I bring that?" He's like, "Absolutely." So I'm gonna have to pace myself on
A
Thanksgiving,
little
but
better than 2 weekends ago.
yes, yes, yes. Maybe those will be my two
that's
things that
right.
I do, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's nice to have like the kids home and
Yeah, I bet.
just kind of their break and their of just remembering what it was like when you're that age coming home and you're just like, God, I just want to chill out, see my friends and get all the food that I liked when I'm home from college. He was like, I need In and Out. I mean, he's in Louisiana, so they don't have that. And they got some dumplings in San Francisco yesterday when she picked them up from the airport. So kind of seeing it through their eyes a little bit is cute, even at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan,
Yeah.
did your family do a traditional Thanksgiving meal even though you don't like it?
Uh, when my mom, so this Thanksgiving, we're going out to dinner.
Oh,
We've gone out to dinner for the past three Thanksgivings, I think.
to Chinese food?
No, to
We
like
do
a
that on
high-end,
Christmas.
Yeah.
like a high-end restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind
Um,
of the thing. I've heard a few people doing that this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but when my mom used to cook, she would make a traditional Thanksgiving meal for the family, and then she'd make me ham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
ham's pretty traditional too. I mean,
Well,
ham.
she did
Yeah.
like turkey and then small ham.
We do
yeah.
both. We do
We
both.
both
Yeah.
we do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And then is
yeah,
it and it's not always been it's been you and your parents recently, like not the whole entire family
well,
gets together.
not the whole entire family gets together, but also the thing that coincides with Thanksgiving too is my mom's birthday. So depending on the year, my mom's birthday falls on Thanksgiving quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, so she
So
doesn't
it's
want to
just
fucking cook on her birthday.
thank you.
no. So
That's
like
a bummer.
last Thanksgiving I went to your house, to your sister's. The one before that, we did a birthday dinner at a restaurant for my mom because it was her actual physical birthday. And the whole family came to that, and the whole family is coming to this one um on Thursday too. We're going to some restaurant. I will probably get prime rib.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
In the past, like when you were growing up, was that kind of like a weird thing? If it was like your mom's birthday, but like she's in the kitchen, just like doing all this stuff, and you're thinking, Jesus, like she shouldn't have to do all this on her
Well,
birthday. And like, did you separate it? Like, did you have a cake for her birthday instead of having like pumpkin pie? Or like, was it separated, like
no,
growing up?
I think my mom doesn't like celebrating birthdays, or I don't want to say she doesn't like it, but it's just not a priority for her.
'Cause she's
So
the
I
mom.
don't, well,
Yeah,
but
that's
there's
how it
other reasons
goes.
too.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever, like looking back, I don't ever recall there being a birthday cake and or like something
A
around it. Like I
separate,
feel like we
yeah,
kind of like I don't feel like we ignored it, but it was not a priority.
got it.
And then growing up as a kid, we used to go over to my grandma and grandparents' house. I would say probably till I was in like 13 or 14.
Hmm.
And then it's like you have chaos. You have one family flying in from Seattle. Like it just was a lot of different people coming in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make it look so sweet on the commercials, and you're like, it does not look like that at
No,
all.
no.
It's just like
No.
hell. Someone's missed their flight. Someone's people are, like stranded. There's never enough rooms. We just realized, oh, we're all spending the night at my mom's, and I'm like already counting
Bed.
beds because I'm like, one year I got stuck in an oversized chair, and I said, that's never happening again.
Oh,
I
really?
am a grown ass woman,
Yeah.
and Well, it's because I was really going through the night sweats with the PMS, and my mom
Mm.
had to have the heater on, and I was going to be sleeping with her, and I was up there, and I'm like 30 minutes sun drenched. I'm like, this can't happen. So I had to go downstairs, and that was all that was left. Everyone's just sleepy time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is some bullshit.
Do you guys have any like favorite like foods or must-haves? I know that like we do a couple things here. Do you guys have any like must-haves at Thanksgiving?
No, other than, the baseline traditional,
Yeah,
pumpkin pie,
uh,
turkey gravy, mashed potatoes,
potato
cran.
stuffing, green
And then, yeah, and
beans.
then you
Yep,
can go a little rogue, like you can get a little rogue with veggies, you can get a little rogue with whatever, but baseline.
you gotta have the staples.
And John is pretty much a traditionalist. And matter of fact, Tracy this year is completely off script and is doing nothing traditional. They're doing steak,
Ah.
and I don't know, she gave me the whole fucking menu for the whole weekend.
Susan's like, damn it.
Yeah,
Should have been
yeah.
there for that one.
And I was like, oh man, it's good we're not there because John would be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh
So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, why
Okay.
aren't you? So, Carolyn, did you want to share anything about your Thanksgiving this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tell us
I
about
mean, I
that.
don't know, but
oh
thought
yeah,
I'd
sure, let's. Oh my God. Well, let's keep it short and sweet. I booked us air technically a VRBO little cabin since it was just going to be John and I um up in the mountains, and I booked it, and when I reached out on Saturday to ask for an early check-in, we were going to go Wednesday to Saturday, so the Saturday before, I reached out to the girl for an early check-in. And she's like,
What are you
yeah,
talking about?
you're actually supposed to be checking out today. I was like, what the fuck? So I completely fucked up the dates. I booked the wrong dates and then didn't show to the fucking cabin that I booked. And yeah, so then I proceeded on Saturday night to get wasted. I was like half on the verge of tears and half
Oh.
angry and half like just devastated. So I haven't drank at home like pretty much for 2025.
damn.
And I was like, fuck
What's
it.
going on?
It's going down.
And then
So,
while you were drunk, is that when you decided, so what are we gonna do? Because I don't think we've heard exactly what you guys are gonna do yet.
oh,
Or
I
do you
Oh
think we're
know
yeah.
just
yet?
What are you
I
gonna do?
think we're just gonna be home.
Just gonna say, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I just got an email back from the property management guy. I think they're going to give me a almost full refund
If you rebook.
if I rebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then so they're gonna, if I read it correctly,
Make sure somebody proofreads that.
Yeah.
seriously, like
Yeah.
given my attention to
Yeah.
detail,
Show
obviously.
that email to John.
Which is so ironic because I'm like the most anal,
Yeah.
retentive, attention to detail girl that John is loving this because he's given me a hard time and he is entitled to it. But
Yeah.
anyway, um, so they're gonna give me a full refund minus the cleaning fee. And then when I rebook, um,
You don't have to pay the cleaning
she said I
at
didn't
the
have to
end.
pay the cleaning fee. And I was like,
What?
what? Are you serious?
You
Somebody's
gotta,
right now. So
that's
I'll
amazing
amazing. So
news.
we'll go in February. But anyways, yeah, I royally fucked up our Thanksgiving for this year. So
Yeah.
I get great point.
Nah, you're
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing more of the cooking
Yeah,
and probably more of the cleanup.
something. Yeah. We got a few
Maybe a
things.
little something
Yeah, a
else
little something. I got some
at the
makeup
end
work
of the
to
meal.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great that they're willing to do that.
I was
That's amazing.
blown away. I was
That's like a
like,
5-star review before you even stay there.
seriously, I was not expecting that. So I mean, and we'll, and until the fat lady sings, I'll wait and
Yeah.
see. But that's what I just read it right before I got on the call. So that
Yeah,
would be amazing.
that's what I did. I when I because I for the listeners, I have an Airbnb that I rent out, and I've had people like not miss it like that, but had to cancel last minute.
Not like that.
Not like that. But they didn't get travel insurance, even though I recommend it. And I'm like, it's like I have this a mortgage to pay. But
Yeah.
if you rebook, I'll
Yeah.
discount I'll discount what you paid, or if I can rebook
Yeah.
it for the
Yeah.
same amount,
If you
I'll
can make people
give it back to
whole,
you.
that's like
Yeah,
kind of the whole
exactly.
thing. It's like
Totally.
nobody's supposed to
That's
get a
good.
windfall here, but it'd be nice if everybody can kind of be made whole.
Yeah. So
Yeah, or at
That's
least a
great.
little bit.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Very, very nice. So
Yeah.
hopefully that's how it turns out. So yes, thank you, Megan, for having me share.
Yeah. So I am going to say it makes me feel better about my situation, for Mexico. So I'm just, it's made me,
Oh
it
my.
made, and just that it was you, it was like, what? Like
We
when
blame
I just
everything
couldn't
on
even,
menopause
but
now.
then
It's
we
like we
said it's
forget, like
menopause.
Yeah.
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 menopause. Yeah, that's
Has
our
to, it kind of
for
has to be like,
Yeah.
for
unless
the
you were hit on the
listeners.
head.
Yeah, for the listeners, our kind of our new inside joke, if you will, is anytime something bad happens or we forget
It's
something or
menopause.
something, we just blame it on menopause or
Yes.
There are
perimenopause,
a
which we're not
hundred
technically menopause yet. We're
symptoms.
not,
Yeah.
but yeah, perimenopause. There we
The
go.
Yeah.
war in Ukraine, menopause.
Yes.
Menopause. Exactly.
Whoever
Exactly.
football team lost,
Yes.
menopause.
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 Yeah. Well, I can
My
tell you that back to my dish question is Julie has to have sherry gravy. So it's something that
Oh,
I make
Ooh,
for her,
well,
which I will be bringing with
Julie.
us. I literally use like a freaking bottle of very dry sherry in it because I'll have her taste test it and she'll be like, not enough sherry. Not enough sherry. Not enough sherry. I'm like, oh my
opening up. You're
God.
like,
All
it's the
right,
whole
I'm getting
bottle. Yeah.
drunk, drinking the
Eating the mashed
eating the
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
You're
Yeah,
like,
but it
this
is
is
pretty
no
good.
longer gravy. This is
Yeah.
just sherry.
Just
Very,
pour some,
yeah.
it's like the chocolate syrup over the gravy, but with
Oh, I'm kind of curious though. That
sherry.
does sound a little
Smells
delicious.
smells great.
So
Yeah.
even though are you guys bringing just the gravy, or do you have to
Well,
bring the
I
mashed
haven't
potatoes
even
and the
told them I'm
gravy?
bringing the gravy because
The gravy,
I'm sure they'll have their own gravy. I'm
of
bringing this
course.
gravy
This
specifically.
specifically for her. Yeah.
She hasn't actually asked me to bring anything. I've been kind of surprised. I'm like, do you want me to bring like a ham? She's like, I got ham. I'm like, do you want me to bring like a pie? I
Bring
mean,
bring that gravy and bring a bottle of something and you're good.
yeah, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
one of
Yeah.
those,
my aunt and
one of
uncle
those,
are fantastic cooks. So
one of
Yeah.
those pies from that place, it would be a nice gesture,
from Noble Folk, shout out to Noble
dude.
Folk.
Those
They
are
Noble
legit.
awesome
Bow.
pies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I might bring one just because I like it. And
I am attempting the speaking when you talked about Chandler Bing, Susan, I'm actually going to make the traditional English trifle.
oh my
However, I'm
God,
going to
that
leave
was
out the peas,
The
beans, and
peas.
carrots, and I'm gonna, yes, like just do a regular one. But I found like this really cool trifle bowl when I was thrifting, and it just made me think of that. And I was like, you know what? I never bring dessert, so I'm gonna do that this year. Just
I don't
sounds
know what a
fun.
trifle is.
don't put beef in it.
I will not. It's like a custard. Like ladyfingers is usually like at the bottom layer, and then it's like custard and jam, and then do you just kind of keep layering that throughout
Hmm.
the thing? And it's in this. I'll send you a picture when I make it. I'm very
Any,
excited.
this kind of brings up, what about like strange dishes? Does anyone in their family or whatever do like kind of oddball? John's family, like when I first started, I have a couple stories about being introduced to John's family. So, they do and have always done a pretzel jello salad. You guys know what that is?
No, but I
Sounds
just was
No.
gonna comment on a
gnarly.
Jello salad that was always made at Thanksgiving by my grandmother that had
It's a
marshmallows
thing.
in it and weird
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff.
that's
Oh,
a
this
Yeah.
thing.
isn't, I guess it's not a
Pretzels.
salad. It's so it's
No, Jello is a salad,
no, I
technically.
know, I know. I'm saying this isn't what they make isn't. It's so like salted pretzels soaked in butter.
Okay, I'm in for this.
Yes. And then
Where
like
do we go? Where do we go awry? 'Cause
you lay down like a layer of buttery salted pretzels, and then over that you do jello, like a
Jello. Yeah, that's.
raspberry or something.
Mm-mm.
And then over that is like a Cool Whip. It's really technically a dessert. It's a sweet dessert. and it's delicious, even though it sounds whack. But they fucking don't eat it like a dessert. They eat it like a main dish, right along, like right alongside turkey.
Like a slice of it, like just
Yeah,
like a
like
casserole.
everyone's like, "Did you get your Jello salad?" I'm like, "This is not a salad, okay? This is a dessert that you are all eating in the middle
Now,
of the."
yes. Um,
And they
wow.
won't go without it. They do it at Thanksgiving and Easter. And don't get me wrong, I love
You
it
like
and
it.
eat
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shit out of it.
Never
But
heard of it.
yeah,
And
it's I
yeah.
never heard about it till then. Anyone else got weird dishes?
Not like
My
that.
no, I mean some other family members always used to have like the big ambrosia salad, which I've never been big into, where it's like the fruit, but then it's all covered in like creamy marshmallowy stuff, which is just not a thing for me.
Yeah,
So that was always like kind of the one thing that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna skip that part.
yeah,
But other than that, ours is fairly traditional and not strange.
yeah.
I mean, except that Kurt and I always used to do KFC um, um, gravy because it was
Hmm.
like, God, by the time you're doing shit and like, then everybody's like, we should make the gravy. And I'm like, okay, no, we don't have time for that. And it's just a mess and it's just, there's too much going on. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I want the gravy. And everybody always just loved it. We did it one year out of like necessity and
Uh-huh.
everybody commented on the gravy that year. So we were like, okay. So we would order like 4 quarts of it for
Wow.
Thanksgiving and use that. And so
That's
that was always
great.
kind of a random thing, but um no, nothing strange happening here.
I don't know. That
Yeah.
kind of counts. That counts as a little
Yeah, totally.
odd.
It's a
I
little
don't know about
odd.
strange, but that's odd. But
It's
yeah,
odd.
that's
Yeah, it's odd.
cool.
I've never had, I don't think I've ever had KFC gravy. It's pretty good. Huh?
It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you guys have any other stories or traditions you'd like to, oh, Carolyn? Carolyn raised her hand for the listeners. Come
She's
on.
got a lot.
I got one more. So, going back to like early days
Uh-huh.
of John and I just getting together, and it was the first Thanksgiving where I was spending my first Thanksgiving with his family, right? So we were just getting serious
Ooh, yeah.
and I was being introduced to like, the elders, if you will.
Yeah. Spending the night
Yeah,
together for the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time
And
there in
so
front of everybody.
yeah, and so we all and there was probably I'm guessing there was probably 18 of us, and we all sat down at one big long table, and I was told that because I was the newest person, that I would start the tradition of saying what you're thankful for. And then you go around the table and say what you're thankful for. And I was like,
Mhm.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I was super nervous, of course. And so we all sit down and his brother or someone's like, all right, go ahead, Carolyn. And I go into this, long thing about what I'm thankful for and,
Do you
being,
remember what it was?
well, I mean, it
Like,
was, heartfelt.
yeah. Okay.
It was heartfelt. It was like, being part of the family and, being welcomed into this family and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
blah. And I finish up and they all just are staring at me. And and so I like nudge John, like, okay, buddy, you're
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
like, who's gonna go next? And they are all just staring at me. And his brother turns to me and says, yeah, we don't do that in this family. Just fucking with you.
Oh man, that sounds
Like,
exactly like something
God.
that John and his
So
family would
his
do.
family would do.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's
yeah. And
hilarious.
his grandmother, 83-year-old grandmother, is like, well, I just think that was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. She's like super like, what in the hell? Who is this girl? Little angel.
Were you
And,
wearing your polka dot dress?
and I'm like ready to stab people because I'm embarrassed. And yeah. So that,
I think that's a great initiation into a family at
yeah, yeah,
Thanksgiving, honestly.
yeah, that was my initiation.
That's
I have a question.
hilarious.
Like, what do you guys feel like when you enmesh friends and family? Like, would you want to bring, I mean, obviously Susan came to your Thanksgiving last year
Oh,
and whatnot, but like, would you want to bring like outsiders
Oh yeah.
into, yeah,
Yeah, my family's cool that way. And so everyone that there's always outsiders there.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
always, like the more the merrier.
yeah,
And for the most part, I mean, yes, for the most part, there's very little negative drama. I'm pretty comfortable. Like I could pretty much invite anyone and not have to worry like
yeah, yeah,
something weird gonna happen.
exactly.
It's usually just a good time, a little bit of debauchery. And
Totally. My
yeah.
nephew's already planning what he's going to talk about politics wise. And I was like, motherfucker, don't say anything. And he's like, I don't know, I could say it. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
well, thank you guys for sharing that funny story. And I would say I don't know if anybody would want to come to my family's Thanksgiving. My aunt
Not
and
when you
uncle,
say it like that.
I think my aunt and uncle they would be fun, but like,
Uh-huh.
my other family, no.
No. I think you came to my family's a few years, Amanda.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, whenever I could.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, listeners, for listening to another episode of The Karens. And if you have any Thanksgiving stories you'd like to share with us, or any questions or topics that you'd like us to talk about, please feel free to email us at info@thecarenspodcast.com. That's INFO at thecarenspodcast.com. And as a reminder, you can hear us every Monday. We drop new episodes on Apple, Spotify, Castbox, and YouTube. Susan, you know what to do.
I do, but you know what I forgot? And I thought this would be hilarious. Megan,
What's
how many
that?
times like the kitchen catch on fire during Thanksgiving at
Oh
your
my
house?
God. I think only twice.
Oh,
But
okay.
well,
Only.
yeah, yes. I mean, the irony was that it was from like the grease that had spilled out in the
Yeah.
bottom of the pan in the oven, and so it was just very smoky in there. But our friend Carlos, his sister, who is like, a culinary expert, has gone to culinary school. She's also a vegan. She stayed in there in the smoke-filled apartment carving the turkey while we were all out back in like the little courtyard, trying to just like air out the apartment. That was
That's
also the year that
hilarious.
I thought I was going to be brilliant to like use all real silverware and all real glasses and all real plates for like 50 fucking people in my teeny tiny San Francisco kitchen. It was
Hell.
the day after was hell. It was glamorous the day of, but
The
yeah.
cleanup for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
I
like a nightmare.
I actually hired somebody to
Good.
come clean up the
You
next
should.
day. I was like,
Definitely.
not
That's the way to
doing
do it.
this. You might never have seen how tiny this kitchen was, Carolyn. Like
It was
wasn't that-
tiny.
it
Wait,
was
the house that I know that I'd been to?
no,
No.
my little tiny apartment on
Oh,
Ashbury. It was probably
Oh, yeah.
it was probably the size of your pantry.
No, I think that would be generous.
I am serious.
I think her
So-
pantry is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a generous. Oh my
That's
gosh,
a
that's
generous
hilarious.
size. So like it was, and we had the tarp up and then it started raining. That was a fun one. But that was like we had so much fun. It was so great.
Yeah. Alcohol makes everything fun. I remember.
It's very true. That and good lighting.
Yeah.
Lots of candles were burned.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys for listening to the Karens today, where we are experts in nothing but opinions on everything.
We are opinions.
Pretty good. We are all opinions. Love you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thanksgiving.
Right.